So I had this whole plan to replicate this recipe that I had seen, and it's like a miso glazed tofu, and I love it. It's so great, like it's so good. So I got extra firm tofu from Target, and I looked up a recipe on how to make miso glazed tofu. And then I went on a journey to find all of the ingredients. Well, let me tell you this. Target has 0 of the ingredients that you need, except for like garlic and tofu and onions and coconut aminos, which I don't even know what that is. And I was like very discouraged standing in the middle of Target, looking at the coconut aminos that I was about to buy. So instead, I was like, what's the closest thing to miso that I can think of? And I couldn't think of anything because I have no clue. So I looked it up, and those options sucked that I got from the internet, because I was like, that's still too expensive for what I want to achieve for me to not actually achieve it. So I was like, screw it. Can I get a pre-made thing so I don't have to make it from scratch? And I'll just kind of like cook it? So I did. And instead of making miso glazed tofu today, which was my original intention, I'm gonna just make some teriyaki tofu, because that sounds delicious. And I'm gonna serve it over cauliflower rice. So let's get cooking. To start off, you might be wondering what we need. Where's the tofu? What's happening? Did you press it? If you know what I'm talking about, then you're asking me those questions. And the answer is yes. This is my beautiful tofu press. It is the tofu container, tofu drained, wrapped up, and put. These are 2 containers of chicken broth on top of the tofu to slightly add pressure slowly so that it will push out moisture that is trapped inside of this tofu. The reason that you do this is because when you're cooking tofu, it comes stored in water, and you want to push out, because it's just like soy curd basically. You want to push out the moisture so that you can replace the regular bland moisture like water with what you're cooking it in. Like reverse osmosis. I really want something to drink. I'm gonna have some coffee. My coffee maker is heating up. So many noises. I'm using this Better Half creamer because I'm out of my pumpkin spice syrup that I made. Delicious. Relatively bland, but delicious. So now I'm gonna take my tofu. Let's see how it pressed. Got one wet thing. I mean, it looks pretty dry. You know, I've seen people leaving it overnight and stuff like that. Ooh, that's very moisture. It doesn't smell, like it smells like nothing. Like it has no smell. I was really debating whether or not I actually wanted to press my tofu, because I was like, that sounds like a lot of work. And it sounds extra, unnecessarily extra. So I've got my tofus. I had already cut them in half. So I'm going to cut them into cubes about the same, like I want them to be cubes, so I'm gonna cut them into cubes. You don't necessarily like need a super sharp knife to work with it, so it doesn't feel like, because it's just, you know, bean shit. So my tofu, I don't know if you can see it, but it is all cubed up. In a small bowl, whisk together miso and tamari, and add this chopped some onion and garlic mixture. So we're replacing that step with just this. Just take some teriyaki sauce and shake it. Easy. Wait, so I guess in a medium-sized container, I just put the tofu in. It's supposed to marinate for a half an hour. I don't want to have to sit and let it marinate for a half an hour. Well, I said a half an hour to an hour. I'm definitely not sitting for an hour. We'll see what happens. So let's just pour some teriyaki sauce on it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Said to mix it together gently so it permeates the tofu. What does that mean? What does permeate mean? Who knows? So I'm gonna let that sit, I guess, for about 15 to 30 minutes so that it can do its thing. And then I'll come back and I'll start cooking it and we can get cooking and stuff. Okay, it's been a good amount of time. It's been enough time. I'm getting sick of waiting. I just spent a little bit of time. I just took a little time for myself. I poured the entire bottle of the marinade in there just because I noticed that the tofu is growing. Like, it's absorbing and like the volume is increasing. Like, obviously that's what happens. I had a Williamsburg, which was delicious, and now I'm full. So I guess I'll make it and try it and save it for later. I was gonna make cauliflower rice for it too, but I'm not hungry anymore. So maybe I'll just make it and put it in the fridge and save it for later. So anyways, let's get to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this skillet, we're gonna heat it for 20 seconds with some oil in it, and then we're gonna put the tofu in. Medium-high heat, put some olive oil in this. That's all we needed the olive oil for. That was eventful. So I guess let's let that sizzle a little bit. Let's have another snack while we wait. Just some ice cream. Just some Halo Top. This video is not brought to you by Halo Top. Halo Top is an ice cream company that makes healthier versions of your favorite ice creams. Currently, I'm munching on the pumpkin pie flavor because it's fall. I usually do dairy-free, but their dairy flavors, the dairy versions, are actually ridiculously good. And if this is the most dairy that I consume, then I'm okay with that. It's fine. I'm good with that. The flavors usually span anywhere between like 200 and something to like 300 and something to 400 calories per pint. Yeah, so if you're looking for something, a guilt-free ice cream choice, I suggest Halo Top. Wow. I feel like the thing about tofu is like, it's like nutrients for your body and you just like fill it with whatever flavor you want. Or cover it in whatever flavor. Like if you just ate tofu, like regular, like the way it comes, it would be nasty and bland. This is taking way too long. Like, I wish I could just microwave this because it's ridiculous. I'm calling that done because I don't feel like doing it anymore. Done enough, that's what I say. Now, as I said, I ate a Williamsburg and I ate about a half of a pint of Halo Top. So, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm definitely full, I don't need to eat anything, but I guess that'll make it to where, you know, this is a really unbiased review, you know? Like, I'm not hungry, so it's definitely gonna, like, I'm gonna know whether or not it tastes good, you know? Alright. So, I didn't, like, do it the right way all the way, but, like, there it is, that's what it looks like. Wish I had chopsticks, but I don't have some chopsticks, so I guess I'm just using a fork. I'm gonna try one piece of this tofu. It tastes like some of it's a little burnt. It's definitely not miso glazed. It's definitely not the same thing. The consistency is significantly better than the one I had the other day, but it's not like crisp or like brown, like it's not just like browned on the outside of it. That's mostly due to my lack of patience. It's definitely like savory. It's definitely teriyaki. Well, that feels kind of like a waste of time, but it's okay because what else was I gonna do? Not much. Anyways, thank you so much if you came over here to right now and watched this footage. If you want to make tofu for yourself at home, just get some tofu, dry it out a little bit, cut it up and put whatever you want on it and then cook it. You're welcome. That's the recipe. That's literally all that it is. That's all that you do. Soak it in some stuff. It's like a sponge and you just cook it. Just cook it. Add it to soup. Add it to whatever. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I have been uploading like every week, I think. I'm trying to do that and I enjoy it and I intend on continuing to do that, and I plan on some big things happening in the months to come. Wow, am I having a stroke? I don't know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that I know you like this video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Wait, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And if you're watching this in bed at night, sweet dreams. Thanks for watching. You're really not that good, huh?